y'all, welcome to or welcome back to Garland Farms. My name is Mackenzie and I'm going to teach a little bit about the upkeep and why you should take care of your butcher block cutting boards. This is me finishing out one of the 12x12 soft maple cutting boards with some mineral oil, which is what we use to finish all of the boards we sell. It's the safest and healthiest thing for the wood and us humans that are eating off of it. It's wonderful to watch the almost, I'd call it magical transformation of the wood. Like, look at that color change. It's just wonderful. And then with the acacia hardwood boards, just look at how the colors pop out. It's so wonderful. But in this video, I'm going to be teaching a little bit about what you need to do to your butcher block cutting boards or countertops or butcher block stands, whatever you have, to keep it up and make sure that it stays food safe and the same quality it always has been, or at least the closest you can be to it. First part of this video, I basically showed you the process of how we get your cutting boards from raw, dry butcher block to a wonderfully oiled cutting board like this one. This one is one that my grandfather made for my great uncle, I'd say about 30 years ago. You can see it hasn't exactly been kept up with the mineral oil, so you've got some splitting at the joints. But I'm going to show you how you take this cutting board and get it looking at least usable again. Alright, let's go. Okay, to start out, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these double-sided sponges and take that scrubber side and just go over. This can be after you washed it, but when you wash it, you want to get most of that hard stuff on off. You can see some places it's just rough. Never run one through the dishwasher, please. Do not run a butcher block cutting board through the dishwasher. So now that we've scrubbed off our top, we are going to take our mineral oil and we're just going to put a little bit on there. And now we take our sponge and woo, did that soak that up quick. So we're going to put a little bit more. Don't be afraid, it's wood, okay? There's no possible way you can put too much oil on it. It's going to absorb it eventually, even if you do leave it oily. So the oil is not only going to help your butcher block look pretty, but it also is hydrophobic. It repels all of the water that might soak up into these joints with what happened to this. So I'm coming back a little bit later on in the day, and we're going to look at the butcher block real quick. See how beautiful and hydrated it looks now, even compared to earlier. But I wanted to take a second to talk about this end of the cutting board. If you look through there, you see those little gaps right there. There's getting them. Those little gaps right there, that right there is caused by this not having oil on it. The oil plays a major part in keeping this hydrophobic. If the wood is allowed to get moisture up in it, then the wood will shrink, it will expand, and it will start to bow a little. So once you get that bow in, you get the joints starting to pop apart, and you can no longer use this to cut meat on or safely cut anything on it, because there is absolutely no way in the world that you can clean down in that crack. You know, I mean, somebody might. I wouldn't feel safe. The only way that I would go about restoring this one is cutting it down and re-edging it and probably making this whole entire board right here a 12 by 16, and I think this is by like 1.25 inches, right about, maybe, I think it's 1.25 inches, which is not the same thickness that I sell, by the way. I sell 1.75 inches. in the soft maple, and I sell we ain't caring about nominal measurements right now. This one's got a little filler on the side. That's why I was sitting over there on the shelf. But you can see we've got 1 3/4. We've got 1.5 inches, and then we've got 1 1/4. Just classic simple cutting board is what this top one is. I'm making mine a little heavier duty because I would like them to be the best product that I could possibly offer. But yes, oil is a must-have for your cutting board because you do not want this to happen. That whole entire area of the board is compromised, and if you let it get away from you, that means this whole cutting board is burnt, when this could last literally until you hollow out the middle of it from cutting on it. That's why keeping up with your cutting board is one of the most important parts of owning one. So you can see already the color in this. It looks so good. So you can definitely see where the oil has been and the oil hasn't. I just wanted to get a good look at that. I also wanted to let y'all know, you remember when we first started out, you couldn't see a single mark on this cutting board, and now look at all of them coming through. Isn't that crazy? The detail in the wood too, it's just wonderful. I bet you if I put some mineral oil on it, yeah, see right there, you can tell the difference. Like right here, let me see if I can squeeze like a dollop out on top. That mineral oil, you can see right there the mineral oil on top of it. It's still going to change its color. It still needs another whole coat of mineral oil. So let's come back to the cutting boards that I'm making, that we're selling. Well, me and my grandfather. My grandfather's a big help with that. I'm going to put a little bit more mineral oil on it. The color will come with age and use, but this, you can tell, is fully oiled. It's so shiny. Me putting this extra coat is just going to make it glisten a little more. And check that out. So this is a brand new one. Flat grain, but that's why it's only $55 for a 12. Well, I'm glad I got to share this information with y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and do what you do. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.